Hey, my loves, it's your girl Corey Love back with another Carefree Women's Her Story conversation. Tonight, I'm going to be speaking with Janan Ashton. She is out of Philly, and she is definitely, if you don't know already, she is a talented actress. She's a nominated top 12 nominated production assistant. She's a mom before anything else, of course, and she's also a podcast host. So join me in bringing on Janan right after our intro. Your host, Corey Love. Y'all know it's me, so I'm gonna bring in our guest today. Hello and welcome.
Hello. How are you?
So frazzled about this time change. It's like, oh my gosh, it's
This
so
time
bright.
change is
I was
crazy.
confused.
I'm so tired. Like I wake up and it's still dark, and I'm like, oh, I'm going back to sleep. It's 6:30, and I'm like, oh, my kids got to get to school at 7:30. So I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, not today.
Not for me.
And the crazy thing is, I just, you start to get used to the other time. Well, time, I guess the fall time, and now it's like as soon as you get used to it, it switches. Okay, we gonna get it together soon.
We will,
or later, but we're gonna jump right on in. So, Janan, I just feel like I'm saying your name wrong.
You say my name right all the time, though.
So the show is all about your film and your journey in the industry. But what is your actual profession, or what was your profession?
So I always say I have two full-time careers. I'm an educator by day. Mm-hmm. I work with high school students. I do a lot of post-secondary work, and I am a performing artist. Yes, I'm an actor first, but I'm also a published poet. I do spoken word poetry. I've been doing that for a while, and I also have podcasts. So I'm tired, but I'm here.
Oh my gosh! Wait, so you teach high school?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. I'm an educator too, so trust me, I get it. And it seems like the high schoolers make you talk more than the elementary because it's like they're doing so much.
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart, child. That's all I gotta say. We got and your spoken word, that is really dope. Like, you're really talented. Like,
thank you.
Do spoken word, you gotta be good.
Honestly, I started writing when I was like 5.
Okay.
I was into poetry. I was really, really, really introverted. I'm still an introvert. I'm just loud. So people be like, oh, you extroverted. I'm not.
Yeah.
But I started writing as a way to escape. So I started performing more. And I haven't performed as frequently because I tried to stay away from things that trigger me. Mm-hmm. But I need to get back into it.
Yes, you need to. Listen, we need to hear those words you got coming. Because I feel like spoken word people are just so deep. Like, and make you
think.
Ain't
that about me, but yes.
I ain't think about that like that way. Oh, okay. So bring it back, okay? Bring it back. And share some on your page so that we can see it and I can reshare it.
I got you. I actually have some clips on my page from when I did this poetry series down in Atlanta, like during the pandemic. I'm gonna share it with you.
Okay. If I knew, I would have stole it. I did not know. So with that, I'm guessing, is that how you got started in the film industry?
No. So it's interesting how I started with the film industry. I started film. I was in 6th going to 7th grade when I started film. I was taking classes at the Actors Center during the summertime, and also Freedom Theater. For those of you that are from Philly and beyond, Freedom Theater is one of the first nationally Black-owned theaters in the United States. It started during the Black Arts Movement in the 1960s. But I had to learn other things at other places. So I went to the Actors Center, and then my agent at the time, Rodney Robb and Mike Lemon Caston, they were sending me out on different auditions. I was in 7th grade going to 8th grade. So the summer before 8th grade when I got into my first commercial. Theater's my heart, though. I will say that. So I did that for a while. I was in commercials after commercials. I did an episode of Forensic Files when I was 16. Crazy.
I remember seeing that. Oh man.
But I would say that I didn't start taking film more seriously until around the pandemic. Like I was in film, but I was just like, I love theater. That's where my heart is. But the pandemic shifted a lot of things. So I became more gun-ho about being out there and doing what I need to do.
Okay. Oh yeah, the pandemic shifted a lot of things for a lot of people.
Everybody.
I mean, so why is it that people that do film now always say theater is their heart? Like they would rather do theater than film. What's the big difference?
It's a huge difference. So I'll give you an example. When you're in film, you could take as many times as you can. If you don't get one take right, you can go right back and do another take. Theater, you have one shot. You train. I trained in method acting since I was a child. You know, building from somewhere, using substitution, like things that have happened to you, you substitute it for what you're saying in the context. It is one shot. You have one time to hit the key, to hit the note, to hit your cue, to interact. You know, acting is a reenactment of life, is a reenactment of art, is a reenactment of life. So that's where I learned that from. And it's nothing like being on stage. Nothing like being on stage.
I hear that so much. I would think it's harder because you might have to improv or, you know, because you guys obviously have a script as well. But it's like, okay, yeah. So that's not what I was supposed to say. Like, to me, it'll be hard, but that's cool.
It is definitely harder, but I can say the training is totally different. Like I can, me as an actor, I can tell when an actor started in film. I'm like, okay. And it's not to be shady. It really is like, it's just a difference. You know, as a theater actor, my voice is loud. My emotions are big because you have to do it for the masses. And I've had to learn how to dial it back, which I really do appreciate, you know, my work in the film industry because it taught me how to do that. Implode versus explode. But there's nothing like theater. That's my heart.
Oh wow. I've seen a couple plays in person. I love them. I don't care for the singing too much, but yeah, I love the acting for sure. Now I've been watching a couple of your shorts, you know, ever since we met, and I've seen you. My favorite one is My Brother's Wife. That was hilarious. If you have not seen My Brother's Wife, check it out. It is so funny. It just, I don't want to tell what it is, but she's not my sister-in-law. Okay. So check it out. It's on YouTube under I think it's Cement Films. I'll share it, but I shared the actual short on Saturday. So make sure you guys check it out.
Yes.
Now you've been in a lot of shorts from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And you just recently did a lead role in Lowest Places Lost Time. I keep saying Lost Times, but Lowest Places Lost Time.
Yeah.
Now, you did a hell of a job in there.
Thank you.
Super believable. I mean, that's what acting's supposed to be anyway. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, in my head, dang, did she experience this? You know what I mean? Because it was that good. Tell us a little bit about what you did in your audition for you to score that role.
Can I be totally transparent with you?
Of course.
I was casted for another role. I was a supporting role. I was actually casted as, what is her name? I was casted as one of the inmates. And within a week and a half, 2 weeks, they switched my role. So what you see is me switching my role in 2 weeks. Yeah. And even funnier fact, I had just suffered a really chronic, not wouldn't call it brain injury because that's deep, but I got hit in the head with a bat on set for another film that I was shooting. Long story. But my memory was shot. And as soon as that happened, they switched my character. So that was really me just like working consistently with the director, Courtney Lene. Shout out to Courtney because she's the one that introduced me to Brianna Marshall and Bridget Stevens anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So, shout out to you, Courtney.
Shout out to her. That's my sis. I love her.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even like a real audition process. They were already in the process of rehearsing. I just came on because they needed that character and then it switched. So, you know, it worked out in its favor and it was one of the most, I would say, challenging characters I've ever played.
Really, you did a heck of a job. Trust me, you
Yeah.
did. Tell us a little bit about what the film is about. That's a little synopsis for those who may not have seen it. So again, the film that she played a lead role in is Lois Place's Lost Time. It's a very deep film. I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit about it.
So honestly, what I can say, I could go into characters, I could go all those things, but you guys, it really just centers around what sex trafficking does, where it starts, how it goes, you know, the ways it affects Black and brown women. You know, my character, of course, was in jail, and all of us are in jail, but we're all connected some way, somehow, and it is through sex trafficking. So it's to bring awareness about sex trafficking, and that is literally happening right under our noses.
Yeah. It really is, which is so sad. There's one part in the film where you, like you said, people were connected, and I don't want to give it away, but I was looking like, you guys have to check it out. Trust me, it is a very deep film. Just like she said, you figure out, you know this person from there, like you've crossed paths with them in some way, shape or form. That's what stopped me in the film. I was like, dang, that is definitely true. Now, because you did so well in that, I know you got 2 new productions coming up. Tell us a little bit about those productions, and then I have a very cute question too.
Okay. Well, honestly, I am one of our productions, Those Places Too. We are in pre-production for that right now, so please be prepared for it to come. Mm-hmm. And I'm also working on a pilot right now. It's called Made with Love, and it's a totally different character. I don't have to be as hard. You know, being hard is exhausting, y'all. I'm not even going as Philly girls say, I'm not going to cat. Like, it's hard. Okay. But I play a chef. So we're still filming for that. We should be wrapping that soon. So those are really exciting. And I'm just looking for more work. So if you're watching and you want to hire me, you can hire me today. I'm perfectly fine with that.
It's ready to work. If you get the opportunity to do this full time, would you leave the classroom?
Would I?
Hold on now. Make sure your principal ain't tuned in.
She can tune in. Bye.
That is so funny.
I love what I do. And I'm more post-secondary, so I'm like out of the classroom. I'm looking to expand my horizons in both careers, honestly. It's time to evolve and take what I've learned and teach this to other people. So maybe not be in the classroom, but be a little removed from it, But I always tell my students, because they ask me this all the time, well, what would you rather do? I would rather act 150% if I had a nanny, if I had, time, the capacity, the money, the means to do the things, I would definitely do it because it's time, and I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So it's like,
no, I ain't heard that in a while. That's funny. You're not no young spring chicken, right?
I'm not like at all.
Oh wow! Now with all these roles that you have, what would be your ideal role, and who would you like to play it with? So a male, and then a female.
All right. Everybody that knows me knows that the man I would love to play with and in real life is Michael B. Jordan, Michael Bakari Jordan, wherever you are.
In real life.
It is time for us to get married. I saw that he said he wanted to get married, so I'm here, But on top of that, I think that we will play well together. But there are a few people that I would like to work with. Mm-hmm. What I really want to do, I want to do something that's out of my comfort zone. I was in a film before and I played a detective, and that was so fun because it was straight point, like no chaser. And it was a different level of like tough, and you had to find the vulnerability in it. I want to do that again. I want to be on Law and Order, Organized Crime. I think Christopher Maloney is a fantastic actor. He was in Oz. I watched him evolve in Oz. I watched him evolve as Detective Stabler. I would love to work with someone like him. Just being able to play back and forth and seeing that little twitch. That he is a method actor. He does so many things. I would love to work with him. I would love to work with Aldous Hodge and the guy. And if you didn't see the MLK Malcolm X series on Hulu.
No, I didn't. No.
Oh God. That's to die for. You would love it. The guy that plays Martin Luther King, I want him next. He's amazing. Okay. I would love to work with him. And the women, of course, it would be Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, Anne Hathaway, and Meryl Streep. I would love to work with them.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So you got to check it out. Someone asked Lana. Lana is a makeup artist out of Houston, Texas. So if you need your face, I don't want to say beat. If you need your face made up, make sure you check out Blended XLONA on Instagram. She asked, what grade and of course what grade do you teach?
Whew. So when I was like heavily in the classroom, it was 10th grade. Now I work with all grades, but specifically 12th grade when it comes to post-secondary readiness. I work with students. So in Pennsylvania, where I'm at, there's something called Act 158, which is the graduation requirement. So I ensure, I would say, that each student is on the right pathway towards graduation, whether they passed all these tests, whether they're going to a 4-year, whether they're going into the military, whether they have a different opportunity, and no matter what intellectual capacity or level they're at, I want to make sure they're set. So that's
what do you guys call it?
Act 158.
Oh, wow. We just call it grad coach. That is very interesting.
Yes.
So I hope she answered your question, Lana. That is very interesting.
It's
now, Viola, Angela, Michael. So Michael B. Jordan is the only one. I love how you
marry him.
Entire name.
Michael Bakari Jordan is his entire name. It's my husband. We've been married since I was 11 in my head.
Whoa. Okay. All right. I like that. Michael, if you hear this, please propose to my girl so it can become official.
Come my way. Like, I'm open,
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Those of you that are just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, my platform is a positive space for all things Black independent film. Tonight, this month, actually, I'm doing Women's HERstory for all type of women that's in film, whether you're a production assistant, you're an actress, you're a director, cinematographer, whatever it may be. Tonight, Janan is a production assistant and she's an actress and she is a top 12 nominated. So if you don't know her already, make sure you follow her on Instagram at You Don't Know Now.
It's like
Instagram and Janan Ashton on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a podcast that's very hilarious. Tell us about that podcast. Because my first couple episodes, I was like, okay. Yeah.
All right. So the podcast is called Shenanigans with T Podcast. I'm the one with the shenanigans, Janan, or AKA You Don't Know Nan, and Teresa with all the tea. However, we are on a brief hiatus right now. Life is lifing. And as Black and brown women, we have to not only identify when life be life, but also acknowledge that we need to rest too. So that moment to take a step back and then reconvene so it can be bigger and better. But we literally talk about any and everything. It is a girl talk. We're trying to grow our platform. So if you want a girl talk with us, you can come right along. We talk about any and everything. It's not just your gossip because we're not really into the Christians and the blue faces, and we're intellectual women that be talking like any of us talk,
Yes, that's good. Definitely a different, a change. So if you guys are tuning in, make sure you check it out. Shenanigans with what I saw, I think it was, isn't it a teacup?
Yes.
I was like, they gonna talk about that's the tea. They give it all the tea right there. Then I kind of put it together, Shanan. And that was dope. That was really cool how y'all created that.
Thank you.
So you do the podcast, you act, you work a 9-to-5 with probably 100 and something students, and you have your own beautiful, beautiful twins. How do you juggle this? Like, give us some tips. Techniques.
I wish I could give you a tip and a technique because I'll just be winging it. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like when I was pregnant with them, I was still in college. and I was taking 21 credits and I was still performing. I had a 4.0. You know, I would literally walk up the hill to go to my appointments and then walk back to class. What? There were times where I had to miss class because I passed out on my way there. You know, I went 38 weeks in one day and 11 hours and 33 minutes and 11 hours and 35. I did not stop when I had them. When I had them, I went straight back to school and I went straight to an audition with them, nipple to nipple. Honestly,
no way.
But would I have done that if I were older? No, I wouldn't. No. I was young. I was in my early 20s. I can't tell you how I juggle it, but I can tell you that they are my biggest supporter. I can also tell you that they tell me to rest. They help me when I haven't, like recently, I haven't been feeling well. I've been very, very sick. And like my daughter will make up my bed. My son will take out the trash. He will clean up the litter. They will do a lot of things. You know, it's just the three of us. So they are everything and more. And I was literally just saying that I want to experience them more at this age. You know, like I'm with them every day, but now it's time to really get to know them and honor those people that also have to see me juggling these two careers. So I'm valuing rest more now than anything. Like, yeah, I'm ready to hire. You can hire me today, fly me out somewhere. I'm perfectly fine with that. But it has to accommodate them. That has to make sense for them as well.
Yes. I like that. I really, really like that response. You're not just going to take anything. How is it going to affect them? So
yeah, like if it's so, for example, like people want me to do certain roles and like I'm getting bent over and having sex. I'm not doing that. Right. My kids are about to be 10. Yeah. No, they literally give me permission to put them on social media. Like, because their friends like, oh, your mom's an actor. And I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. But yes, I am. Yeah. And they'll ask me questions. And they're like, oh, that's the movie star. I'll go to career day and they'll ask me about acting versus being an educator. You know, I'm very mindful of what I do, what I take on, what I say yes to, what I say no to. It doesn't necessarily have to make sense because of our lives, but their lives, because you know it's different things going on. My son is also on the spectrum, so that's another layer that you know. And I'm doing it at home. So yeah.
Whoa, girl, bless your heart. Take them women once a day, vitamins. Eat your sea moss, because baby, you got a lot.
Take a shot.
Look at your glow. So shout out to you for making sure you can handle that. Listen, would you, Lana said, talk about resilience. Like Ashley says, oh, wow, amazing. Like definitely not. I think I've done a lot because I have 4, but no, I think you got me beat.
4? Woo, that's scary.
Nah, she said it's scary. Nah. Would you put them in acting? Are they interested in it?
So it's funny. So my son was in one of the movies that that's actually on Tubi that I was in. I was a supporting character called Have You Seen Her by Diva Gordon. Everybody should check that out. But he played, because it was a not a biopic, but it was like an autobiography of her life. Okay. And he played her brother in the movie, he was like 2 or 3, and he killed it simply because he was not having anybody touching him that entire time. He was sick of it. My daughter tries to act like she doesn't want to be an actor, and then she'll get in the mirror like, look at these faces that she's making. I look at videos when she was little, like, oh, you like money? And I'm like, yes, Autumn. And she's like, oh, you like money? I'm like, oh God. Like, if you see my kids, like it, like let's say you come to Philly one day and you see them, you're like, oh yeah, they need a show. They do.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Have they asked you for a YouTube channel? Because that's what all the kids are asking for.
No. Yeah. No. They're more so like really private.
Okay.
So like they're very, like, my son is very cautious of what he puts on social media and interacting with different people. My daughter is also really cautious of interacting with certain people on social medias as well. So yeah.
You taught them well. You definitely taught them well.
Thank you.
So, Renicia, I love your question, and I'm going to post it. What if Michael B. Jordan asked you to do a romantic scene?
I'm doing it. Sign me up.
You went against what you said.
I did.
That is her husband, so it wouldn't.
That's my husband. That's their stepdad. They'll be fine. And my daughter's asking me when I'm on, hi, Autumn, what's this?
That was a good question, Benicia. I like that. I really, really like that question. That was hilarious.
And now she's trying. This is my daughter, guy.
Oh wait. Hi.
Bye, Autumn. She heard her name. I'm gonna help you in a little bit, okay?
See, motherhood. This is real. Ain't no go away. Wait. No, this is real life. This is what you're doing. You know what I mean?
All the time.
Oh.
When they were little, I used to have them on set or in rehearsal with me. But now that they're older, I don't feel comfortable with having them in rehearsal with me or on set all the time because it's just like, can I go home? Like, this is long. This is a lot.
Are you done yet?
She always asks me, because she about to ask me, are you done?
Yeah.
Were you about to ask me that?
Can you read this?
She say yes.
An argument. Oh, something that is irrelevant to what? Let me get to this a little bit. They're in 4th grade. So
oh yeah.
And their school
have like the writing. They do writing in 4th grade. They have to pass the reading and the writing.
Yes, so the state test, and then their school is transitioning to become like an IB, International Baccalaureate School.
Oh,
so yeah,
it's a lot.
They boosted the rigor,
right? Because they gotta get that. Oh wow, that's good. That's great. That is really good. If you guys have any question, I absolutely love Renicia's question. If you have any questions, make sure you drop them in on Facebook. Just drop them in the comment section. On Instagram, drop them in I think it's like a little question mark thingy. Yeah. And on YouTube as well. Make sure you just drop them in the comment section. Again, if you're not already following her, follow her on Instagram at You Don't Know Nair, and then also on Facebook at Janan Ashton. Yeah. All right. So we always, at the end of every show, I always ask people, what is a question that you get asked all the time because you're an actress?
I could go down the list. That people also often ask me if I'm comfortable with, doing intimate scenes. Mm-hmm. But the biggest question that I get from people that I know and people that I don't know, a lot of people ask me, am I tired? I remember one of my co-workers from a previous school that I used to work at, love him to this day. We still talk. And he always says, I'm going to have to choose one day. And, I was in my 20s when I met him. I'm like, no, I'm not. Here I am, my early 30s. It's like, whoo, yes, I am. And it's like, everybody's like, oh, you're so strong. But people got to understand when it's time to take the cape off, it's time to take the cape off.
Hello.
So, and that's why I'm really intentional about what I take on, what I say yes to now, because it's just like, it's not just, it's about them too, but it's about me. Because I'm not right, they're not right.
I agree.
It has to make sense at this point. So everybody always asks me if I'm tired. People oftentimes ask me, what would I do if Michael B. Jordan said something in my ear, like all that stuff you be talking on social media. Are you proud enough? I say, yes, baby.
You just gonna melt. Guys, what's something that you want to share with us that I didn't ask you tonight?
I don't know, as my daughter annoys me. What's one thing that no one asked me?
I know.
What? She's about to ask for everybody. What?
What should we ask her, Autumn?
What should you ask me, Audie? Bye. She don't know. What do you know? We got 1 second. What is it?
Are you crowdfish?
A crowdfish?
Are you crowdfish?
I don't know what that is. Please don't ask. I don't know what a
crowdfish is. I don't know either.
Commercial. Are you
am I crabfish? No, I'm not a crabfish. I don't know what that is.
Exactly.
Okay. I don't know what that is, guys. Commercials. How long have I been acting is a good question.
Okay.
So I've been acting since 1994.
Wait. Does that count under theater or film?
Theater. I started theater in 1994. I started taking acting classes at New Freedom Theater in North Philly when I was 4 years old. And it was because my mom saw that I had something, but I was very introverted and I didn't talk to people. So she wanted to get me out of my comfort zone and also foster this gift that I had. And, you know, I honestly was an actor because I wanted people to see me, you know, and when people weren't coming to the shows, it was like, well, damn, am I not good? You know, but now I'm starting to understand that it's not about people seeing me because the right people are seeing me, you know, hence I'm here. And on top of that, it's about telling this character's truth. It's not about my truth. It's not about your truth. You know, and how to impact the audience, not necessarily about fans. My whole perspective has changed in the last 30 years that I've been acting.
That's a long time, girl. Congratulations. Listen,
you.
Your time is coming. I just spoke with someone last week, and she said she's been doing it 12 years, and she just really like hit where she wants to be. She can do it full time. So don't stop. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. Your time is gonna come. Hey, Antonio, thanks for tuning in. Thank you. He said you don't look like, I'm guessing maybe you don't look like your age.
I know.
I am trying to get into acting. How can I start?
Honestly, I would say classes. Yes, if you have the talent, that's fine. But you still have to hone your craft. You know, you have to own it as well. So take whatever classes that are available. I would say do your research too, because just because somebody is throwing classes at you and with a money sign and I've done this, I've done that, doesn't mean it's going to get you where you need to be. So really think about where you want to go, how far you want to go, what type of acting you want to do, and look those classes up.
Like it. Love it. You got that, Antonio? Check it out. Antonio is a brother. He is a Mason, a high-level Mason. Nice. I don't want to get it wrong, but he also sells bow ties, very one-of-a-kind bow ties. So if you are not following him, follow him at Brothers Bow Ties. Your son might be interested in some of them, for sure. But guys, this is Janan Ashton. Check her out on Instagram. Check her out in her lead role in Lois Place's Lost Time, and on Tubi. It's on Tubi, and also on YouTube. Do you remember the channel for the shorts?
It director Sam Anthony,
I think, or Somali.
You can look up Somali art. It's SAMALI art.
Yes.
ART.
Okay. Great. All right, guys. So make sure you check her out in those things. So y'all already know what time it is. You already know. It's game time. I love it. So tonight we're going to be playing. We're going to be doing Would You Rather. I've been doing that quite often lately, and it's been fun. Lots of fun. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions. It's about 10 questions. And you're going to say whether it's A or B that you like. You can explain or you don't have to explain. Ready? Don't be acting, okay? It's got to be real.
I'm not.
Ready?
Yeah.
Would you rather go shopping or traveling?
Traveling. Traveling. Yeah, it's traveling, but yes, I hate shopping, actually.
Me too.
Hate shopping.
When I tell you when COVID happened and they did delivery, I didn't mind paying that fee, baby.
At all. I do Instacart for everything.
Bring it to me. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your 13-year-old self or your 18-year-old self?
Oh, damn. I would rather talk to my 13-year-old self because my 18-year-old self wasn't hearing nothing nobody had to say at all. My 18-year-old self, you couldn't tell me nothing. I would rather catch my 13-year-old self so she can talk to the 18-year-old self or before she got to the 18-year-old self. Love
it. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's a good answer. Would you rather act and sing in every film or teach others how to act?
I would rather teach others how to act, because I hate saying this, but I'll be seeing some stuff. I'm like, oh, like, why'd you make that choice? And I honestly, it's no shade, no tea. I'm so sorry, guys, but it's more so like acting is therapy. Acting is reenactment of life, and sometimes we have to remember that. So I would rather touch into that, because I also want to be a drama therapist. I don't want to be in the classroom anymore. I want to get my master's, get my LLC, be a licensed therapist, and start drama therapy so I can start teaching people how to heal through art.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's dope.
Thank you.
Would you rather know what your pet thinks of you or never hear them speak?
I would rather never hear my cat speak, because she gets on my last nerve. She's actually laying right here, and she talks back. I think she thinks I'm a human, or she's a human, or I'm a big cat. I don't know, but like, she talks all the time. Like, if I don't get her something, meow, I'm like, all right, I'd rather you not say nothing. I already know what she thinks of me, and I heard her now. I already know what she thinks of us. Like, leave me alone.
She probably be cussing y'all out. Yeah, she probably be saying the same thing. Would you rather be an actress or a writer?
Ooh. My daughter would say writer.
Mm-hmm.
You would say writer. I would say actress.
Okay. Would you rather drink beer or liquor?
Could I say none?
Good. Would you rather eat only French fries for 1 week or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Oh, I don't like either.
Really? No way.
I like ice cream if it's like, I don't know if you have Cold Stone down there, but
yeah.
I don't
yeah.
like
But Cold Stone melts too fast. I like my ice cream to be like a little hard.
I put it in the freezer.
It melts so fast. Would you rather play board games or watch movies?
Watch movies.
It depends. Watch movies. I like board games though, but it depends on what game.
I don't like board games.
Would you rather be on a dating show or a survival show?
Dating show, because it's the same. Dating and survival. Dating in Philly is like dodging a bullet, literally.
Oh my gosh, that is funny. She said it's the same
It's
thing.
traumatizing.
I like that answer. And your final, would you rather have a pause button or a rewind button?
Rewind.
Autumn's funny.
Autumn is a nut. She's annoying. Pause. And I only say pause because my mouth is slick. And I mean what I say though. So I will say that if you ever encountered my mouth, I meant everything that I've said. I'll apologize for my approach. That's why I said pause. You know, if I come from a place of love, I'm very straightforward. I'm not a liar. Everybody knows that about me. I have a sharp stinger. I'm a Scorpio. We know this, but it's more like I'd rather pause, think, reflect, observe, scope the scenery out, then say what I have to say. I don't take nothing back. I did it.
You did. And it is what it is. Period. She says, "What's your zodiac sign?" That will tell it all. Yep, Scorpio. For sure. Thank you, Tam, for tuning in. If you guys aren't already following, make sure you follow Tam Telling Tales. She also has a podcast. She interviews actors, actresses. Same thing, pretty much what I'm doing, but she also does it for authors. So if you're not already following, make sure you follow Tam Telling Tales on Instagram. Are you on Facebook, Tam? I'm not sure. I do not know she's on Facebook. Hey, Lexus, thank you guys for tuning in. Vernice just said October or November. They be
November
different.
13th, 1989.
They do be different, honey. Yes.
It's different.
If you guys aren't already following, again, make sure you follow Janan on Instagram, on Facebook as Janan Ashton, or on Instagram as You Don't Know Nya. Every time I just think about this.
It's literally from the song.
I figured that.
From the song.
And don't forget, check her out tonight for me, guys. Check her out in Lowest Places, Lost Time on Tubi tonight. Vernice says she's October. Y'all, Check her out at Lois Laces Lost Time. Again, make sure you follow her. If you're not already following me, make sure you follow me, The Corey Love Show, on all across all platforms. It's the same thing. If you're interested in being a sponsor, visit my website at www.thecoreyloveshow.com. Becoming a sponsor, there's different perks to it, but you can get your business advertised, whether it's a nonprofit, anything of the sort. Okay. So as always, guys, y'all know how I end the show at night. Guidance, blessings, and love. Good night.
Good night.